Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 3923 Unit B here, let's start that over. 3923 Southeast 76th Avenue, Unit B here in Portland, Oregon. We're located at the front of the house. We are to the right of the front doorway. That's as you face the house from the street. That's how I describe everything. Under a brass cleanout plug, you've got a 3-inch ABS cleanout. Checking the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's running, we are zeroed out, and off we go. Just transitioned there to 4-inch 3034 PVC, and at this rate, what it looks like the line is doing, I think we're actually shooting back behind the house to time with the other ADUs, and then making our way out to the the road coming off of those ones. My foot counter stopped counting about probably 20-25 feet back. All right, I'm going to push a little further here. Right about here, we are crossing the street curb. In fact, you can see the material change. Now we're into concrete pipe. We have now hit the face of the curb. Actually, surpassed it. This is this is where city responsibility takes over. We're going to go ahead and stop here. Where we're located is out in front of the old original home. My assumption that used to own the property the ADUs are currently on, or the condos. Anyway, right in front of their house, you'll see a steel cover plate with a green plastic curb marker right in front of it. That's the tie-in we just went underneath a few feet back. It's a clean out, kind of a city clean out essentially. Anyway, that's where we are. Everything from this point on is all in city territory. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and start reeling back in here. Line goes out to 76th Avenue. We'll do some locates as we come back in here, but from the looks of it, the line appears to cut around the left side of the main original older house here. That's as you face that home's front door. And then kind of cuts back in front of it, and on the way there, it looks like it picks up at least, my assumption is at least the line from the older main home. But wouldn't surprise me at all if it picks up the ADU lines, the other condos. It's hard to verify that, though, without running water from each and every individual house to see where water ties in. But it's to be expected on these that you're going to have tied together sewer lines. And in total there, just guesstimating, we made it about 115 to 120 feet out approximately. So tiny little bit of standing water here. Even for new construction, that is way too minor to need repairs. That's maybe a 1 foot piece of pipe there with a 1/16 of an inch of standing water. If this were anything but brand new construction, I wouldn't even be talking about what we're seeing right there. It's so minor. So not something I'd recommend doing repairs on. The reason I mention it on new construction is that sometimes these newer lines can still be in the state of settling for the first 6 months to a year that they're in the ground. Generally, most settling occurs almost immediately after a line is buried, but you will get some that progress. So anytime I see any amount of standing water in a line on new construction, even if it's super minor, I always recommend a rescope around 9-10 months into the 1-year warranty, assuming you get one of those, then it covers the sewer line, obviously. Just to check to make sure nothing progresses. Very rarely does it. Maybe 5% of them that I come back and look at will. But if it does, it's at least someone else is paying for it, not you. Now that turn right there might be the turn where the line gets just past the front left corner of the old house and starts to cut in front of it. But just up ahead from where I just did a locate there, we picked up at least one, if not two tie-ins. So at the least here, I imagine you're connected with at least the old house. Alright, so that locate there, we were just in that, there's another tie-in right here, so that right there could easily be, there is a clean out just on the other side of the fence, so either for the clean out, but also potentially for where the ADUs tie in, also potential for the old home too, but you'd have to ask the builder on that to verify it. No, that right there is the clean out. So the Y connection we just went past just up ahead there is going to be for another line. likely the ADUs is my assumption. The builder can clue you into who all's tied in. I would ask the builder how responsibility is divvied up in the event there is some kind of repair that is needed. Hopefully that's not necessary, and or drain cleaning. Should the line ever get clogged or something like that. You don't have to go very far before these lines are tied together and it affects everybody. So just find out there's some kind of HOA in place or something like that, so that there's not some kind of awkward fight should that scenario ever arise. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and reel out here. We have great flow all the way to the main lateral connection. I will notate on the report, I'm not even going to get terribly specific about it. You've got some 1 or 2 areas with extremely minor standing water, between a 32nd of an inch and about a 16th. And these are over, 1, 2, 3 foot areas, very, very minor. Nothing that's affecting functionality in any kind of way. But I would check again just to ensure no further settling takes place. Like I said before, it's very rare that I catch that, but it does happen from time to time. All this pipe we just scoped there, all of it is clean, has great flow all the way to the street, and everything's in good condition. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time.